Morning guys, it's Monday update time again. A little bit later today, won't lie. Got in late today. Thought I'd have a little bit of a lazy one this morning. That's the joys of running your own company, look. Let's not talk about the 10 o'clock I was here till Saturday night though. So yeah, there's swings and roundabouts to it. So, but yeah, that's because we got plenty on. Busy. But yeah, so I thought I'd start with these. Got the louvres coming through. We love doing the louvres, said no one ever. These are a ball ache to make, they really are. But it's money nonetheless. And look at them. They do look quite good though when said done. So yeah, we've got a few more of them to do this week. That, as I say, like I won't lie about anything. I'm always open. That's been an absolute disaster so far. So yeah, I'm remaking the mould now. I've given up. I tried getting this all level. I figured out what the problem is. So that's the pattern that's sat in there, or the product I took it off of. And these are actually bowed in. So when I've put this onto a flat sheet of board, there's been a gap between the flange and the board, and I didn't think it mattered, to be honest. I didn't realise there's such tight tolerances. So yeah, that's what's caused all the problems. So this one's going to cost me because now I've got to remake the mould. I got an idea of how I'm going to do it. Obviously, I think what I'm going to do, I've had this lying around for a while. So think about getting this Perspex, using that as a flange. I don't know if you can see it on there, and then hopefully glue that onto there to take the curve of it. If you see what I mean. So rather than having a nice flat board which that sit on, which would then create a gap there, I'm hoping that will curve with the mould and use that as a flange. Otherwise, the only thing left will be, which I'm trying to avoid, I've got to be honest, because my customers got these. They've got a mould, they've got a product, and I don't really want them to go wasting their time to make a pattern, because I know it's going to cost a fortune to get a pattern made up. I know, so I don't really want them. Well, I'm sure they don't want to spend the money either. So we're working on that. I'm trying to figure out a way of doing that so it's not going to be too expensive for them. Because obviously pattern making, because that's going to have to be CNC'd, I would imagine, because there's so many curves in it, the geometry, there's draft angles, there's all these like real radiuses on it. That curves in a little bit. It's just. It's a simple geometry, but it's also not, because of all the curves and the curves on that bit, that bit goes round. So yeah, that's being a bit of a headache, but we'll get there. I will always get there. Loads of these in here at the moment. That's what we're doing Saturday, banging all these out. Just shoot the extensions for the tanks. They may actually use these for tanks. This is for Synergy. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to use those for tanks. They've got like a little socket there, so they might just join them. I don't know. I know they are. They're what sticks outside, which you put these on. There's these black covers. What we were doing last week. So you see, they just go over the top of there, like so. That's how all that works. Just like that. So yeah, there's them. Obviously, still got those. They should be finished this week. There'll be that's 150 of them be done. Talks of another 200 to make. So we'll see how that goes on. We've got an order for more Delta tanks, so you see them coming through soon. There'll be more silicon bagging, back to that. Because we haven't done it for a while doesn't mean we're not keen on the silicon bagging. Far from it. I want to try and get as much of my processes done that way as possible. But obviously it's all the stuff for VM is going to be silicon bagged. On that note, we've got a pile of timber over there. We won't go too high. Don't want you seeing the secret plans. Oh. So yeah, that's all the timber ready for Damo to come back this Wednesday to finish off making our sample cabinet. So we're going to make a temporary mould for the first one. Check all the dimensions. Check everything works. Use it for the hinges, for the lock. Which we're currently making. So that should be if all goes to plan, by the end of this week, there should be a cabinet. So I plan to make it Thursday, and then we'll look at doing all the fittings on probably Friday. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. That's ready for the new year, because we've got some big news in the new year, involving one of my suppliers. So that's going to be interesting. I may be walking over to said supplier's products. So so yeah, there's some big news coming in the new year. What we're going to be getting up to. So yeah, it's all so much positive stuff lately. I have to pinch myself sometimes. It's actually happening. Obviously got the boat in the new year. As far as I'm aware, that's still going. I won't be making it here though. I've got somewhere to do that because I just can't. The amount of work that's on, I haven't got the space to do the boat and all this other work. Because January's stacked. We've got 100 panels to make. So these L-shaped panels, 100 of those. Straight after that, there's these other panels which are like there's 30 odd of those, gel coated and flow coated on the back. So there'll be, there's an extra process in them. So yeah, it is absolutely stacked. And like I say, Delta's ordered 24 tanks for now. There's also talk of another 43 for one order, that they're all being red. So yeah, and there's so much coming up, which is great. I couldn't even imagine this going back 2 years ago. So it's all positive. It's a good way to end the year, I would say, which we're not far from, obviously. So yeah, that's what's been going on this last week and what's coming up. Of course, as always, if anything interesting happens, I'll keep you updated. I know I keep saying it every week. It's still there. I want to get onto it, but I got to obviously put the priorities first of what my customers need. But yeah, there's going to be in the new year. There's going to be a lot of things happening, so I might find more time to do things like that. But yeah, this is a massively long one today. I do apologise, rabbling on as I always do. You know me, I like to talk about these things. It's what I love, isn't it? So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you very much, especially as it's so long. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys.